Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am the Seattle Black Veteran, and welcome back to my page. I'm trying to get better at this, and I'm doing another live stream here tonight because I had mentioned a program called VASH HUD or HUD-VASH, pardon me. And I want you, brothers and sisters out there who are getting into this or who are hold the broadcast. I appreciate you for coming out. I see you out there, Patty J. It's got to be you, my number one. Okay, so I'm putting out this fair disclosure. What do you say? A fair use. And we're going to use a couple of things that I want you to be cognizant of, and we're understanding about what VASH HUD is. So this is my fair use banner here, and what I first want you guys to get hip to, and my friend Patty gave this to me, so I'm going to share it with you. And while you guys are meditating and getting aboard, I got one person, that's Patty J in here. Um, while I have you on here, let me see. Let's shift this up a little bit larger here so you can see this. This was given to me by my friend Patty. So hopefully you can read that and you're getting a big breast of that. Okay, you can't heal the people you love. You can't make the choices for them. You can't rescue them. You can promise them that they won't journey alone. You can you can loan them your map, but it's their trip. So this is what we say, and I like you. Thank you for Patty for that. Hey, can you hear me okay? Which is true to this is um with the veterans, I cannot your journey is not mine, my journey is not yours, but we can help each other by telling you or informing you of what we have been through and what we're going through currently. And so it will probably help you. Hopefully it will help you. Loud and clear. Thank you, dear heart. Open up too loud. Appreciate you. So this is you, Patty, coming aboard. And who else I got in the back there? Thanks for coming aboard. We appreciate you very much. Okay, so we're talking about HUD-VASH. Um, People are, hey, Peter Investor, how you doing, my brother? Hey, always, always, always a blessing. It's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Salute to you, sir. Yes. So we're talking about getting veterans off the streets here. And people actually know they were not cognizant of this VASH HUD program. So what we need to get you on program with that is I'm gonna slide up another slide here, and please forgive me, I'm still struggle streaming, kiddos. But I'll get you in the right place to be here. And first of all, I want you to know, I see struggle streaming is interesting. Okay, let's see. Let me get this up here for you. Okay, so we're going to put the number up here. So this is what we're talking about. Thank you, kind sir, for being out here, Peter Investor. You are the brother, man. I appreciate you. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this up on the screen here, and what I want, if anybody needs that number, let me enlarge this for you here so we can, hopefully, you can see this here. Ew, I'm getting pretty funky large over here. Okay, but hopefully you can see in the number here. It's 877-424-3838. If you know a person who is homeless, um, veteran, especially if they have families, get them in touch with this number as soon as possible. I can't tell you how it works in each different state, but this number here should get you squared away. Okay, so what we talk about is eligibility and applications. Are you eligible for it? I was hoping my video would, it's got like 8% more to go, and we're going to add this video here. I want everyone to see this video because it's going to actually help you with if you're trying to help a veteran and you know a veteran that needs help, a veteran that's on the street. Okay, so like I say, I'm the Seattle Black Veteran. I have been homeless. I've used this program. The program works well. And I'll tell you my experience of going through the program. I will give you some things, and you're going to have to go out there and get the digging and finding out how this VASH HUD program or this HUD-VASH program can help you. So the HUD-VASH is two major entities. They're the VA and their state or your county, the state that you're dealing with. They will help you move forward to getting you off the streets and getting you where you can have your own place. Your kids can have their own place. It's where you guys can be taking care of each other. Okay, so let me drop this down here, and I'm gonna pull up another page here for you, and I want you to see, okay, because we talk about, and this is the thing too, be very cognizant about this. Okay, so just go, I'm gonna show you the stuff when I went onto Google and I was checking out some of the stuff, and some of the stuff that actually I would say that I've been through and how they actually apply. And also, I'm gonna tell you a couple of secrets that people don't tell you about the VASH HUD program, and I'll hit you with that in just a minute here. Okay, let me see. So let's just go into Google, and we're gonna run across a few things here. Okay, and this is just a Google search, and I'll show you what actually was applicable to myself. And let me see. I'm gonna try to get this as large as I can for you guys here. And it will show you, I will tell you some of the stuff that was actually real with this. But I would say this outside of the number I just gave you recently, and I will put that number back up on the page, is uh, go to, if you have like a veterans unemployment center in Washington State, we call them work sources. And if you know somebody, and basically 14 days, they really kind of, it's sad to say, but it's actually, the program will get you. If you're about to lose your home in about 14 days, or you are on the streets, you will get help getting you off the streets. Now, I understand this. Be an honorable discharge veteran. I really have to check on that and make sure, but I think it's mostly honorable than it is anything else. When you get dishonorable, it's just a pain in the neck. But okay, so let's go down this. Let's go down. I'm going to go down this list here real quick. Uh, does the VA have render assistance? The VA homeless program. Okay, and this is the same number that I gave you. So this is VA renter assistance. This is the HUD-VASH number. Okay, so if you are a veteran, and you needs immediate assistance and avoid an eviction of house, please call the national number. So that's what this is a national number for you to check out if you are going through or if you know a veteran that's on the streets or about to lose their home. They need to call this number ASAP. All right, and that's getting you rental assistance and getting you help to the HUD-VASH program. All right, so let's see. Let's keep going down here. Let's see, what is VASH? What is VASH? What is VASH meaning in housing? Okay, so it is the HUD-VASH Veterans Affairs Support Housing. Veteran Support Housing program combined with the HUD housing, which is the VCR, excuse me, the VC, HCV. Good Lord, get your head together. All these acronyms I was going over earlier. This rental assistance. Okay, so make sure this number, I'm gonna put it up, show you up there again. Please, if you know somebody who's going through this, please let me get my banner off of here so you can see everything here. Please make sure, there we go, that that you hook these people up with this. Okay, make sure you hook them up with this number so they can get assistance. Okay, eligibilities. You don't have to be going through mental situations in order to get into that, but if you are going through that, you can still get through that, and they will have to hook you up with the VA to get you assistance to working with that. They want you getting mentally better. All right. So look, let's go down. I'm just going to cover the parts pretty much that I have experienced and what I know probably would work better for you. What does VASH HUD mean? What's the meaning of it? Okay, so let's we got into that, right? Okay, yeah. So oh good Lord, here we go. All right, so let's get down here. Oh, come on back here. Stop playing with me. Struggle streaming, guys. I tell you. How long does a rent relief take the VA? How long does it take you? And like I say, they say 1 to 4 business days, depending on the bank. Okay, but this is what I've been informed with. Okay, if you are homeless, if you are in a shelter, you want to get out of the shelter pretty fast. I am sure. I was in a shelter for about 2 or 3 weeks. And actually, I didn't spend no time. I slept there, and every day I was up on the grind to get my situation better. Okay. So you're going to run across this acronym too, VAMC. Okay, so it's a Veterans Affairs Medical Center. You'll hear me talking about that again in a few minutes here. Okay, so be cognizant of this system as well. Okay, no, we don't want to go this far. Okay, so we're good on this one here. I wanted to kick you this video here. I'm waiting for, oh, Cool in the Gang. It has downloaded. So hang with me for a second, guys and girls, and let me get this video rolling here. I want to get this into my system. Here we go. Let me just get this off of here and we'll get you going. Well, Patty, thanks for hanging with me, girl. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of late, but I figure it's kind of early. I had to close the window in here and I'm sweating like a slave. Because I don't want the sun coming all through the background. So I'm at the here and get this this one in the can real quick. But anyway, let's see here. Let's go to this is what we're gonna do. All right, let's see. We're gonna share a video. And what the video is going to be about, here we go. Let me get into my downloads here. I am so sorry, guys and girls. Okay, here we go. And we're gonna add this video to our clip here. Here we go. And so, okay, here we go. Oh, good Lord.
After getting out of prison.
Stop. Okay. What we're going to do, because I don't want to take you all the way through this here. So let's see here. We're going to try. We're going to get this video plugged up at the screen.
Looking around at my options for an apartment. And
Hold on. I'm not getting my video up here. I know you guys can hear this, but thank you. So thanks for your patience. Let's see
would
here.
even take the applications or finish with a phone call, basically.
We're going to pause this for a second because I don't get this coming up on my screen here. Okay, come on. Oh, I know. Add to the stream, man. Add to the stream.
I remember when I first became homeless thinking, I'm not going to let this happen to me. I've got to find a way to get out of this. But that's a lot easier said than done, because the longer you are homeless, the harder it is to escape.
Hey, shifting some soils in the house. Thank you, baby, for showing up.
I was told I would be stuck in that mission.
Lord, this Seattle Black veteran, forgive me, guys and girls. I apologize. We're going to get this video up here because I wanted you guys to see this video and understand, when we talk about what VASH HUD means and what it actually can do for you. Okay, so let's see. We're going to.
After getting out of prison, I started looking around at my
I don't really want to start the prison part.
With HUD-VASH.
You can get into a spot.
And I kissed.
Okay, let's go.
I was told I would be stuck in that mission for another 17 months. And I couldn't do it. And then Rosalie with HUD-VASH, she said, we're getting them out of here. And so she made the arrangement.
Can you guys see that and hear that? Okay.
Come up here.
On any given night, there's over 37,000 veterans homeless around the country, and quite a few more than that over the course of a year. What makes HUD-VASH the gold standard, the thing that is most likely to get veterans housed, keep veterans housed? It's really two things in particular.
All right, let's get a little bit more.
HUD-VASH is a unique collaboration between two federal agencies.
It's actually right across.
Oh, good Lord, Dave. I apologize. Let's get her back here. All right, this is my girl.
Homeless around the country, and quite a few more than that over the course of a year. What makes HUD-VASH the gold standard, the thing that is most likely to get veterans housed, keep veterans housed? It's really two things in particular.
HUD-VASH HUD-VASH is a unique collaboration between two federal agencies. HUD provides housing choice vouchers, which is rental assistance in the form of what's typically referred to as Section 8 vouchers for homeless veterans. VA partners that
Salute,
financial
Car.
resource
Blessing to
with
have you,
clinical
brother.
and case management services for those veterans. And that way, VA supports the veterans in getting housed and keeping their housing over time.
Yeah.
You do not have to be literally on the streets in order to get support from the entire range of VA's homeless programs. But for HUD-VASH, to be eligible for the program, you either need to be literally homeless or at imminent risk, which is defined as facing eviction within 14 days.
All right, so let me stop you at that right there. Okay, now this is what I want you to understand. What he said was, imminent risk, 14 days. Pretty much, they want you almost on the street. If you are sleeping in your car, if you have a car, or sleeping on the street, and you are a disabled veteran, you can go and talk to your primary care doctor. You can go to Work Resources, what we have in here, which is Veterans Employment Services, and express to them that you're sleeping on the street or you're about to lose your home. In some cases, they will offer you some money to help you sustain your rent for at least a month until you get your VASH HUD or your HUD-VASH issues taken care of. So know that, okay, and know that you don't have to be on the streets for this. All right, let's keep it rocking. I'm gonna see it because I always want to give you information that I've been through, so here we go. Fair use on this. This is to get all my veterans
When I
off the
got out of
street.
prison, I went and I stayed with my sister in one.
Now, understand this. I didn't really cover this lady a lot because she did say when she got out of prison, she was an honorable discharge. And what happened with her, she had involuntary man delete from this planet. And so since she had that, when she went in, she had to do 8 years. And then when she got out, nobody would give her no love for it, but she was still an honorable discharge veteran. Now, I want you to understand this as well. If you are a veteran and you are a sex offender, you will not get help from that particular situation, but you can still go digging. Okay, so be cognizant of that and let people know what's going on. Hey, thank you so much, Car. Salute to you, my brother, and you're just wonderful. This brother leads some good conversations, good questions. Go check out his page, and yeah, later on, if you guys are still here, I want you guys to come up and shout out your page or shout your page out. So I want you to get some love out there because I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna let this lady continue to talk, but we're gonna talk about how she got help. She was really, not getting the help that she wanted to get. And so I want you guys to kind of hear her story
For
with this.
spare bedrooms, it was with her and her family, so I knew, that wasn't a permanent place. But I didn't realize it would be so hard because nobody would accept my applications for an apartment.
The HUD-VASH program, when we are working with veterans, no matter what the challenges may be for housing, we work with the housing authority and landlords to be that middleman between the veteran and the landlord, so the landlord has someone to call if they feel there's a problem or an issue. We also kind of sell the program. First of all, we sell it as the fact that you're housing a veteran, which is an honor. We sell the fact that the program is all-encompassing, meaning that we surround the veteran with...
Okay, and so know this too. While she's talking, I want you to understand. Okay, and the VASH program, like they say, when they're looking at helping a veteran, more veterans have a basic standard that they were taught in basic training, or throughout their career or whatever happened. For me, I'll give you mine, and then this is how I went through it. I had suffered from neuropathy, and it was very painful. I ended up losing my job. I ended up dropping out of my college, which I paid $1,100 for. And so I had to lose all that, and it took me straight to the streets because I was telling them, look, come on, I'm trying, I tried to avoid a situation by trying to get on top of it before it's on top of me. And I literally had to crash and burn. And then they came and I went through a lot of different people, a lot of running around. So I want to save you that. Where I started in Seattle. I had to go all the way to Renton, which is South Seattle. Then I had to go over to Bellevue to get temporary housing from there. And I still have to do a lot of running and moving around. I want to save you those problems because I'm gonna give you the number. It's gonna tell you. I gave you the number. I'll give it to you again. It's gonna tell you directly how to get hooked up with these people, and they're gonna tell you where you're eligible. And I would say this is when we talk about eligibility. If you're getting 60, 70, 80, even 90%, and that's you're just living off of what your percentage level from the VA benefits is given, you are still eligible to get into a house. Homing situation where you can have your own desk, your own kitchen, your own sink, all that own stuff that you can have. It's not going to be like a big 4-bedroom mansion or anything like that, but you will have your place to crash and put your head on a bed and not having to worry about people around you going to jack you or whatever. And especially since the virus has been going out in and out, a lot of people don't want to be in that situation. And being inside of a shelter. I understand that completely. And that's only the start of why people don't want to be in a shelter, but I understand that. So we need to keep you moving and getting ahead in life. Okay. So what the VASH HUD is, and I'll tell you this, let's listen to this young lady here and see what she has. This is a caseworker, and I'll talk to you about caseworkers in a second.
Staff, social workers, nurses, doctors, anything that they need, we're going to provide. And we sell the fact that the HUD part provides the money. So for a landlord, that's a very safe bet. For every veteran, we want them to have safe, stable housing. And Christina wanted someplace with a locked front security door. It made her feel safer as a single female. And so we were able to get her in here.
Now, this is literally, if you look at what her living quarters is, her bed is right next to the sink or whatever. That's okay. That's what you'll get into if you start with this program. There's literally enough to get you where you can lay your head down. You can have your kitchen. You can have your refrigerator. You have a locked door. And most of the places will give you a place that is secured. Okay. Now, understand this too. Like I say, if you're a 55 plus disabled veteran, you can check with a lot of 55 plus or 60 senior communities, 62 plus senior communities. And most of them will have places provided reserved for veterans. Okay. So you can get into a place that's something like this. And I like what you're saying, is secure. And if you look at her place, it's not, the big old thing, but it's like a studio. And one person that's pretty much we're going to put you in as a studio or, a 1-bedroom with a small living room and all that crap like that. But let's get it going.
So that's something we always take into consideration is need. Whatever they need, we do our best.
Having housing, it makes you feel more independent. And I want to be a productive member of society. And
okay, I have to pause it. Over her lamp, that is not a photo of me in her place. Okay, just playing around. Yes, there you go, Carl. I got to get with you on this. No one in the country should ever be homeless or dusty at Arch 3025. You're right about that, brother. Including food, clothing, housing, medical care, and necessary social services. You are so right. This brother's on point. You got to make sure you put him up here, but he is so right about that. And so, like we say, if we look at, just, and you're right, nobody should be out here. We're supposed to be one of the richest countries in the world. But yet and still, we do have some people out there suffering with some serious mental illnesses. And another person asked me that, why is it? I said, well, mostly it's a lot of mental illnesses that is going down. And so, and I understand. So, full disclosure, I'm 100% major depression that I rocked through. But I follow what my doctors say. I do what I have to do, and we're still pushing it here. All right, so let's get this lady going here. She's just one of the people that I wanted you to see, and we'll talk about more stuff.
Just done so much for me, mentally, emotionally, physically, and putting a roof over my head. You can't ask for more than that. Even though the parole board says that you can be trusted out in society to be a productive member, nobody looks at you like that. And it was so humiliating to be rejected so much, but then when you walk into the VA, they just treat you like your family walking in.
And so let me say this too, while she is saying that. And this is what I said in my last video. While you're going through what this young lady is going through, a couple other vets, including myself, you do not Do not let anybody, when you're going through that process, treat you less than you're a human, or less than who they are. Do not tolerate that. And when you deal with the HUD-VASH program, they will send you a survey type of thing, and it'll ask you how this caseworker's been working with you. Okay, so let's talk about the caseworker real quick while we're here. The caseworker will come and see you at least once a month, and they're going to ask you how your finances doing. Most of the caseworker on the county side are going to be looking at what your finances are, and are you able to handle your finances? And if not, they will offer you programs to help you, but you have to kind of stay on top of that yourself. Okay, with these caseworkers who will come to you. All right, let's finish this. Get this young lady talking.
And they don't judge you at all for anything. To be homeless or to be poor, they don't care. You're still a veteran. You're one of them.
And that's what I want you to hold to your heart. Veterans fought, even if they served only 3 years, 10 years, retired. That means when you're a military personnel, you are on duty, on call 24/7. Dig? There is no, when they call you, you show up. All right. And you do what you have to do. So when you get out and you're out on your own doing what you need to do, or get hopefully getting taken care of, I don't tolerate the people disrespecting veterans. So veterans, when you approach your counselors, do yourself with dignity and pride, and it's required for them. And if they don't do it, don't go off on them, but find a better way. And that's talking to somebody who's going to get off in their wallet. And believe me, when you start getting off into their wallet, they will start paying attention to you more. But it shouldn't have to go that route. They should be treating you with love before you even get to that point. Okay, let's get my lady going.
HUD-VASH vouchers can be used in a variety of settings. Tenant-based vouchers, and those are the bulk of the vouchers that our veterans use, are used in regular apartments or homes. So the veteran shops for a vacant unit, and they use their voucher to pay for that unit.
Okay, you heard what she said. The veteran shops for a vacant unit. Okay, now to understand this, this is what's going to happen. Okay, once you get accepted, or you apply and you get accepted for the HUD-VASH program, they're going to give you some sheets from the county office that tells you how much money that they're going to put towards the unit that you want to live in. They'll show you the maximum of where it is. And I will tell you, to be really real with you, unless you're in a beautiful, like a rural town or something like that, if you're in a city like Seattle or in King County, you're going to find some places that are not in some of the best areas. Now, I would say this, and I say this all the time. I talked about this yesterday. Paying attention, civilians and veterans, pay attention. And what I'm talking to you about is this. Do your homework. Go on the crime maps and put the city and the state in there, and see where you want to be focused, where you want to live. I talked about this yesterday, where you want to live in a apartment with veterans. So if you missed it, go to Veterans and Civilians Pay Attention, and I'll talk to you about the prices of units that you want to live in, the places that you want to live in, what to look for when you go and move into these units. Most of this, the government and the city will make sure that you are in a unit that is compliance to your needs. Now, like I say, if you're suffering through mental depression, any mental, and you need to have a quiet area, I would recommend going to a seniors community. But again, check out my video yesterday, and it will give you some stuff that you really need to look for before you go into any community. All right, let's get it on.
But we also have settings where veterans receive a lot more support. These are referred to as project-based HUD-VASH settings.
And they're building one of those. I think they already got it in LA. Vanessa Kitty was telling me about it. But yeah, but check out what they mean by this here.
Sometimes those are on VA campuses, sometimes they're in the community, and usually these sites have additional supports available.
So you say VA sites and VA communities. So they do have them. I don't know. They probably do have one up here in Washington. I gotta look it up, but I know in Los Angeles they got one. Here we go.
I basically just survived enough, and then I would come back into town to get fuel and supplies, and then I'd go back up because I just had enough of people. And then after quite a bit of time of that, it was time to come back down to get my leg healed. I kept getting MRSA infections in my leg.
When I met Tom, he was in our residential.
So I like what he had to say. You see what he said? He goes and get what he has to get, and he gets away from people. You don't want to be around a lot of people. That's how I roll. My friend Patty J knows that. I'm like, I can deal with a certain amount, but when I am at home, I like to be at home and be doing my thing without the. I'm not that person. Yeah, I wish I was, but just to be 100% involved with a lot of people. I got a lot of stuff I'm dealing with on my plate here. So, but here we go.
Rehabilitation treatment program on campus to take care of his leg, to take care of his medical situation. And during that time, that's when I connected with him to refer him to Freedom's Path. Freedom's Path is HUD-VASH, project-based housing on Vancouver campus. When we think of a potential referral to Freedom's Path, one of the things that we're considering is, could they really benefit from being close to services? Vancouver campus has a variety of supportive services for veterans.
And see, that's what's cool about a campus. If you have a VA campus, your stuff will be right there, and it helps with the fact that you don't need to be driving all over a creation, or you don't need to be bused. At the VA campuses, you will get help that's mostly there. And if they need to get you out there, then they will bus you to the nearest one. Now, I understand this. Most of that HUD programs try to get you with less than an hour commute. They want you closer to the VA hospital or closer to where you can get medical care. On anything, and that's why I say with the VA, it's a one-stop shop. You got mental, physical, what else? Vision, dental, pain clinic, prostate, different legs, arms. You get all that stuff at one-stop shop, and you get the rehabilitation there at the VA. So I strongly recommend, if you are, a member of, if you are a VA veteran, disabled veteran, and got some disabilities, and you really want to get off your feet, get off the streets, and get on your feet and start doing things. This is what I recommend. Here we go.
Is substance abuse treatment, prosthetics, outpatient mental health, optometry, podiatry, and they have primary care, which is actually right across the street from Freedom's Path. So when we're trying to identify folks who might be a good fit, we are considering, what does their ambulation look like? What's their transportation situation? Do they have the finances for a bus pass? If they don't, living at Freedom's Path can remove that barrier. So if they have a variety of medical treatment, or they need to see a primary care provider more frequently, it could be beneficial for them to live at Freedom's Path because they're so close.
And if you're not at one of those, Freedom Paths, like a VA facility, you can go to a work source and let them know that you need a bus pass, and they will give you a bus pass, proving that you're a veteran, proving that that you are struggling, and they'll get you a bus pass so you can make sure you get back and forth to the hospital. So that's if you don't have a vehicle. If you do have a vehicle, you can probably still get compensated for driving back and forth to your medical appointments. So be cognizant of that too. And if you're not sure, check with the travel at the VA hospital, and ask them what the mileage is, how far it is, or whatever. Thank you, Car. Yeah, unfortunately, taxes are spent on government chronics and lobbyists. You ain't lying about that. Yeah, so a very good program, and we're gonna. So this is part of the
coming into here. I was able to take care of my medical problems. I could walk to everywhere I needed to go, and it made all the difference in the world. It made me feel like I was accepting responsibility again, because I wanted to contribute to society.
Now, this is a wonderful man here. Look at, they get you in a studio, get you in your own spot where you can, get your planning for your next stage that you're going to go through. Okay, go through. And this is when so when I was dealing with this, you have a guy come once a month, and he wants, to know, are you financially okay? If you're going to fall backwards, what is it that's going to make you fall backwards? Then they want that. They'll ask you that question, and if you don't feel that you are or will be falling backwards, then you say, I'm not going to be falling backwards. Everything is fine. And they would say, well, what if something happened? So I say, if my pay stops coming through from the VA, then I will have an issue. They say, well, what is your next move? I say, my next move is to get from under this umbrella of apartment housing and live out on my own and eventually buy a home. That's for me. All right. So now I will tell you this while we're here. And since I got you guys here, you're going to notice everybody's going to catch up and won't rewind it back. And that is this. They do have programs to help you pay. When they were giving renters assistance for 6 months or 5 months, I found out, I applied for that and I got it. So that saved me more money. All right. So understand that when you get on this program for a first year, you will be under a lease with whoever you are living, making a HUD-VASH agreement with, what apartment that you're living with. After the year, you're on month-to-month basis. You're not on a lease basis. And I think that's a good thing in case you want to move. Okay, another important point. When you first move into an apartment, the HUD-VASH people will pay for your move. They will pay for your move to move into that place. I believe, I think they'll pay for your down payment. If not, you'll pay for that, but that's okay. It beats paying for a move, because a move will get you probably about $800 to $1,000 just to move, which is crazy. But okay, so now check this out. After you move in, and you're on the month-to-month, you'll still have a counselor coming and check on you for about 1.5 to 2 years. After the 1.5 and 2 years, they will stop really coming to check on you. They will still have the voucher there for you. After a year, you can move anywhere in the United States and still use that HUD-VASH if you're going to move there. All right. Now, you could be making 100% disability and still live under the HUD-VASH system. Now, if you go and get 100% disability and you go get SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, that's going to probably bump you up to another 2 Gs or 3 Gs a month, where they'll have to say that you can no longer be on the program because you're making enough money to live out there in 7 Gs a month. You're making enough money to do what you need to do. All right. So know those things. Okay. They don't tell you this. So tell after a year, you can go month to month. After a year, you can move anywhere you want in the United States. But after that year, and if you decide to move, you will be paying for the move and the down payment to go where you want to go. Okay, so be very cognizant of that, because if you move, say I'm in Washington and I want to move to Arizona, I got to get up all that cash to move to Arizona, pay for that, and I got to pay for the down payment. So it's not that bad if you stack your money. And if you're making 100% and you're paying just a portion, you can still stack your money and be prepared to move. All right. So make sure you know about that. Okay. And make sure you can move anywhere in the country that will accept you as a VASH person. Now, this will be interesting. What about moving to Hawaii? I know they got some nice places over there. But how much would that cost to move your crap to Hawaii? Just dump all your stuff and go moving. All right, here we go.
It's very profound. I mean, it'll almost make you cry, because you don't think about what you've been through to get there. You're thinking how lucky you are to have what you got right now.
Yeah, that's true.
And what are you going to do after you've been at this point?
With everything in HUD-VASH, whether it's about locating housing and choosing the place they want to live, accessing the services that could be provided by the VA and by community partners, it's always the veteran's choice. The key is that the VA is here to support and partner with the veteran in helping them meet their needs and work toward whatever their long-term goals are.
Yeah, so this was true, is that they'll constantly ask you what your long-term goals are. And so this is the opportunity to get, thank you, my brother. This is the opportunity to get what you want to get accomplished, and they will take care of it for you. So, dig, like I say, if you have a car and you're 100%, go get those tags so you can get those. Don't have to worry about those. Real quick with those tags too. Once you get those tags on your cars or whatever, say if you have to pay for your tags at the beginning of the year, and you applied for your tags and they didn't give you your tags probably until 6 months into the year, that's fine. There's another form you got to go and fill out, and it's different from state to state, and just say, I'm a disabled veteran, boom, 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 boom. Send it back to them, and they will return your money that you paid at the beginning of the year for your tag. So that can be $400, you know. So be smart about that. And I'm going to tell you what the deal is. Seattle Black Veterans not going to lie to you. And I'm not going to say that I know everything. I'm just telling you what I've been through. And I'm going to tell you what I agree with this video. Here we go.
My counselor in the drug court treatment program told me to go to the VA, and thank God that she did, because that is where my life started again. I had a hernia at the time that I'd had for 3 years, you know, while I was homeless. And following the surgery, several people had come into the hospital room, and they stood there at the end of my bed and they said, thank you for your service to our country. And, you know, just hearing those words from those people made me feel like, you know, a person again. Those words changed everything.
Now, I'm going to have to be honest with you guys. When you out on the streets and you trying to get your place to get your foot back on solid footing, thank you for your service. It's cool. But my next question is, what can you do to help me? You know, and then when you can say thank you for your service, if you're saying thank you for your service and I'm going to help you, cool to the gang. I mean, because I've had some people say that and they helped me, and that was very important. So that's one thing. Here we go. And that is true. Always check with your primary care doctor too, and see what's up. Did I get way back out here? Let's go over here. Let's move this a little forward here, and let's get down. This guy's talking with the counselor. Let's see what he has to say.
And usually these sites have additional supports available.
Yeah, I think we went through this. I got backtrack. I'm sorry. Let me see here.
I basically just survived enough, and then I would come back into town to get fuel.
Yeah, it's this guy here. Okay, so we got him going here. Let's see here. We're gonna move forward. Yeah, this gentleman
for 3 years, you know, while I was homeless. And following the surgery, several people had come into the hospital room, and they stood there at the end of my bed and they said, thank you for your service to our country. And, you know, just hearing those words from those people made me feel like, you know, a person again. Those words changed everything.
Okay, let's get this wrapped up here.
You can see the progression of Brett from the time that he was homeless to the time that he was in HUD-VASH to the time he graduated HUD-VASH.
Yeah.
And then became a peer support specialist. That is the goal of HUD-VASH, is to get the veterans so that they're sustainable in life and that they achieve their goals and live a satisfying life. I think everybody that works in HUD-VASH has something in their heart for the veterans, and I see that all the time with Brett. Because of his experiences, he knows what the veteran is going through, and that's the beauty of peer support.
And so that's my goal, guys, ladies and gentlemen, is that what I've been through, I just want to make sure I can give you the support and give you some information that will help you get to where you want to be as far as moving a more better life. And what's beautiful about having this page and having the people who come on here like Car, Patty, and Peter Investor is that you guys know other veterans and you have that knowledge to take with you and see if you can help other veterans. And some of you are already veterans. And so that's beautiful. And, you know, it gives you the come on, Dave, the wherewithal to tell people, bang, this is what's up. And like I say, I always use this channel to inform you, not to preach to you, not to lecture to you, and not to talk down to you. Life is hard enough. You don't need that crap from somebody else. I don't give a gosh dang how smart a person is. Respect is one thing that I think that everybody in the military has earned. And so give us that little bit. Here we go. And I like what they're saying with this gentleman here. And like they say, after a while, you'll graduate from the program. And then people want to ask you what the program was about and how it went. And so I graduated from my program, and I'm telling you how it went from streets, from being homeless to getting in a shelter, actually sleeping in my car, And once you go and tell your primary care doctor that you're sleeping in your car or that you're homeless, they will start getting you some help. But like I said, I'm gonna hit that number again and give you guys the number. And if somebody feels that, that if you feel that somebody is in that particular situation, reach out and try to help that veteran, but that veteran has to want help. Okay. That's because you can only give people so much. They have to get up and carry the ball themselves to get where they want to go. Okay. Because everybody's journey is different. I know some people, once they got into the VASH HUD program, they stayed on it for almost 7, 8, 9 years. And that's pretty much what's interesting, because that means that, if you're at 100% and that's what you want to do, more Godspeed to you. I'm not going to tell you not to do that, because it'll only be taking a tiny portion out of your rent and you'll have all this money left over. And I say, if you're 100%, you got all that money left over, pay them bills off, get those monkeys off your back. Okay. Especially the bills that you have, that like credit cards that charge an interest rates. Try to talk with your counselor and say, yeah, they're going to ask you, I got this bill, I got that bill, I got this bill, and I need help. And so that counselor should reach out and help you as best as they can. There is a 211 number up here that you can call. Then there is Salvation Army. There's some churches like that. And especially if you are a veteran moving into a place like that, some of the places, they have grocery stores that donate food to these places, a lot of pastries and stuff like that, canned food, canned goods, and all that stuff like that. And then you have other places that give you food at food places, like the Mission Inn Kitchen that's up here. They feed a lot of people. And I will tell you, do not be embarrassed. Do not forget all that crap. Everybody will have their ups and downs, and that's cool. But the thing is when people kind of help you when you're down. Well, not kind of, but help you when you're down. And that's what I want you guys and girls to know. The Seattle Black Veteran is trying to help you, because I don't want to see you down. All right. So we want you to get in there and get the best, beautiful things that are going for you. Okay. And yes, thank you guys so much. Yeah, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Carl, you the man. I read some comments from you. This brother's on. He's good. He's good. And thank you so much too, Peter. Okay, so let's get this popping and see what this gentleman has to say. This is getting towards the end of the video, but I got a little bit more things to give you guys. It will give you some information to carry in your pocket and everything, in your brain, should I say. And understand, the Seattle Black Veterans giving you from my point of view and my perspective, and I'm going to show you the things that you probably would run across. So while I'm doing this, I want you guys to think about this. The most things is, how can you get HUD-VASH? I'm going to give you the number. It's going to get you there. How do you apply? That number is going to tell you when you get there. Okay. And you have more resources than just that number. You can go to a Veterans Work Source Center or Veterans Unemployment Center. We call them work sources up here. And you can consult with your primary care doctor at the VA. And they will start sending you to places and getting you in touch with people that can help you. Okay. And if you're a member of a church, talk to your pastor. And your pastor should be helping you with food, right? Your pastor should be helping you with staying positive to where you are, and he should be able to help the deacons or whatever that's in that particular church should be working with you, okay? Because they work with the VA. The Salvation Army is one of the big ones I can think of, and I had other churches people, but here we go. Dude, did I run out on you?
I've got to find a way to get out of this, and
come on.
Let you help, because the fact that you're a peer, you're a veteran, and they trust you.
I just felt a responsibility to be a part of helping other veterans, even though everybody has their own story behind what's caused them to become homeless or whatever. It's nice being able to help somebody find how that story can, end up making them a better person. And that was going to be my way of saying thank you, to the VA and HUD-VASH for everything that they've done for me. Because without them, I don't think I'd be here right now.
For a veteran seeking HUD-VASH assistance, there's a lot of pretty simple ways to get more additional information. One is to walk in or call their local VA medical center. If there's not a nearby VA medical center, but there's a community-based outpatient clinic or a community resource and referral center.
Brother, I love
Those
you,
are
Car.
one-stop
Good
shops
brother.
for homeless veterans that exist in many of our communities across the country. Another is to call our national homeless hotline for veterans in need of housing support and assistance. Any of those avenues, veterans will be directed to the right resource to assess whether HUD-VASH is a good fit for their needs.
All right, so there you have it. It's a little about what the program's about, how you can get in the program, helping other veterans get off the streets. And if you know some veterans who are really struggling and they're only receiving their benefit pay from the VA, their percentage route, and they're still having no other source of money that's coming in, and you really, want to get off, you don't want to be couch surfing with a lot of people, go and start looking into the HUD-VASH program. And like I say, they will send you a voucher and they will explain to you the voucher, what it is and what it's about. And honestly, I would say this, just because it's a Section 8, which is a HUD-VASH, what is for veterans, okay? When you were looking at apartments, I did this, and I strongly recommend that you kind of don't do it. I went and I said, okay, Section 8 housing in King County, what I was asking for. And it just brought you to some kind of seedy places. But, find out where you want to be. And then, you make that decision. Go look at my last video when I was trying to talk to people about renting and getting into the renter's gig, what it's going to do for you. If you're going to rent, how much is going to give you, what kind of headaches it's going to give you. Because like I said, you want to be in a place that's going to provide you with security, right? And when you get with a place that's providing you with security, you can have a peace of mind. When you get a place that you can have your own dishes, your own refrigerator, a lot of people, we take it for granted. I'm telling you, which is like boom, but tomorrow is two different things. So stack up your money while you can. If you're into that situation, stack it up and just make sure. I would say this too. Let me get my thing back over here. Is like I say, when you're getting paid and you got to go through that, start stacking your cash. Now, honestly, the Seattle Black veteran, I've always stayed on top of my responsibility as far as money, but is stacking your money for the future, where you want to be, where you want to go, and start knocking that out. And understand, Seattle Black veteran is always going to be here, hopefully, to give you as much information that I can. I don't know everything about everything, but I will do my gosh darnest to help find out some problems that we can solve and get together here. So real quick too, it is a thing here that you can look at. Let me see here at the stream. And this is, let me make sure this is large enough for you guys here to read here, because I want you to understand. Okay, so we're talking about eligibility for this, and you can download this online. Let me get back to the page 1 here so you can actually see what this actually is supposed to be about. HUD-VASH operation requirements. And what I went to straight is eligibility. We talked about the VA Medical Center, which is the VAMC, all these acronyms, in HUD-VASH. Okay, so what I want you to do is do some homework. All right, guys and girls, do some homework to help keep you, if you're in a situation, or your other people off the street. Now, look at what I was saying about sexual offenders. We're talking about the other lady here. The participating VA Medical Center screen homeless veterans for eligibility for the HUD-VASH. All are eligible for screen by the VA Medical Center except income eligibility for sexual offenders status. Okay, so if somebody's in a sexual offender status, that's going to be kind of rough to play with. But don't ever count yourself out. Don't ever say it's over until it's over. And understand this, my veterans, just because somebody say no, don't think that's the end of it. No, it's nothing that we have never heard before. Okay, so we're gonna rock with that, and because I've been told no so many gosh darn times, and like I said yesterday, I'm just hopefully I gotta wait in the mail and see what this hearing's gonna do with my SMC, special monthly compensation. So I'm going to break all those acronyms and crap down to you so you would know what you are dealing with. And people want to go real fast with you, and they're going to see whether you know something or not. Good Lord, I get tired of these people. But it is what it is. All right, so let me get that number back up here for you again, so I want to make sure you're straight. So don't ever think that let me see here, is this my guy? Let's see here. I don't think that is. Let me see. Let's see. We're sorry about this, guys. We're gonna I'm struggle streaming again, but here we go, because I had the number. Let me see. Oh, here it is. All right, let's go see if that's it. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm just overdoing it. I apologize, guys. Here we go. All right, here we go. That's the number. Look at that, 877-424-3838. Matter of fact, I called that number today, and I called it about 3 o'clock. And when I called it about 3 o'clock, they gave me the recording, but it was like, if you want to speak to a counselor, you can talk to the counselor immediately. And if you did, they'll tell you, and then they'll put you on hold and all that other crap, but you'll be okay with it. All right. So I got my one girl Patty in the house. I appreciate you, dear heart. All right. Hey, guys and girls, there you go with a little bit on HUD-VASH. All right. If there's any questions about HUD-VASH, please drop me a comment in the comment section below, and please hit the like and subscribe. I appreciate all your input on this, and I want to give shouts out to Car. Thank you so much, brother. Patty J, my girl, thank you so much. Peter Investment, thank you so much for stopping by. Look who showed up in the house, and I didn't even give him no love. I'm so sorry about that. JBWR, not yet a veteran, but I'm here to support and learn. You are so special, brother, and I appreciate you so much. All you guys, I tell you honestly, I have nothing but love for you, because it's a struggle to get going through life and get what you want to get going. Pardon me. But so I do it like this. I'm not a bitter veteran or whatever. I'm going through my stuff, and I've went from here back down to here, and now I'm back up, coming up on top of what I'm doing. So I always say, for this too, and we're going to absolutely put out some more stuff tomorrow. I'm going to try to actually, if I got something to say to you guys and you guys give me something in the comments, we're going to go over it. But a person was interested in knowing what HUD-VASH was about. So I wanted them to know what HUD-VASH was about, and I appreciate this brother too. I'm gonna get off from what he says here. I like this. He says, not yet a veteran, but I'm here to support and learn more. And I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you so much. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Brothers like this gentleman here, like Patty, Car, Peter Investor, you guys are taking this information and you're out there putting it out there to people who can use it. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I love and respect each and one of you who wants to help a veteran get off the street, that you can give them this information to help them get off the street. Again, tell them the HUD-VASH program is 100% available. Let me put this back up here. Pause that. And so that's the number. Okay. So if I know somebody's homeless, are about to be homeless, especially if you have a family. All right. Now, if you're single, they're going to put you in like a studio, whatever. But if you have a family and you have like 2 or 3 kids, they will try to get you in a 2-bedroom, if not a 3. That's affordable for you. Now, for me, since I'm single, they weren't going to give me all this money, but I'm cool. They gave me enough to make me get by, and I was good. Okay, so here we are down the road. And like I say, the Seattle Black Veteran is going to only tell you what I've been going through, and I'm gonna take you through it, and I'm gonna say, well, dang, that happened, man, that didn't happen, or whoa, that did happen, and this is what you probably need to look out for. Okay, so we had the video up earlier talking about the HUD-VASH program. Okay, so look that up and let me pump that back to you. It's HUD. Let me get it over here. Where's my other? Let me shut down on this here and I'm gonna get my other channel up. Let's see. 1 second, guys. I apologize. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Let me get this back over here, and I want you to look this up. There's nothing to it. Let's see here. Let me see if this was my guy here. Yeah, here we go. Oh, good Lord, Dave. All right. Hey, and I thank you guys for, I only had like 4 or 5 people show up. I appreciate you. But you know what? As long as this information gets out to people, that's what I'm happy about. Okay, so remember this is the number to it, and it's called the HUD-VASH, HUD-VASH. Now, what I want you to do, if you want to know more about that, or if you want a person who's looking at going through the being homeless or is on the verge of being homeless, go in, YouTube this, look at YouTube it, and use the year 2021 at the end of it. So you're getting some updated information, okay? They have some dated information that's on there with the VASH HUD, but I'm pretty sure only way it's going to change is for the better. Okay, so that means it's going to offer you more stuff here. And you see what it says, VA healthcare is eligible. Okay, so generally, to be eligible for support through the HUD-VASH program, the veteran has to be both VA healthcare eligible, homeless, or chronically homeless. So homeless or chronically homeless is like really, really homeless. The veteran enrolled in the HUD-VASH receives a case manager to serve you for the HUD-VASH case manager. And this is true. You will have a case manager who is going to get with you and ask particular questions. I want you to understand this too. I don't know if this applies to every state, but in Washington, their case manager will have access to your health information. And is it better to help you? Yeah. Okay. You got to make sure they're using that information wisely, not to be abusing it against you. If a veteran is found eligible, the HUD-VASH case manager will help the veteran to prepare for requesting for a housing voucher. And we refer to the VA for a housing voucher through the appropriate public housing authorities. Now, dig this. Remember, I talked about this before. If you're homeless, you can call the number, or you can go to your public housing authorities, which is your county housing authority if you are close. You can call them, or you can get a hold of VASH. But look what it says: the veterans vouchers is appropriate public housing authorities. Okay, obtaining house, the veteran will refer to a public housing authorities for the VASH HUD program or the HUD-VASH program, and will need to meet additional guidelines to obtain the voucher. They include meeting the income restrictions for their local public housing authorities, meaning that you can't be making a guap. You can't be making over, if you're pulling it over 6,000 a month, 7,000 a month, you may not be eligible for it. Okay. So what means this though, you can still be 100% disabled veteran and you can still get into this program. Neither the veteran or his family members may be registered sex offenders. Individual required to registered as a sex offender. So like we said, they will not take you into the program if you're a sex offender, unfortunately. But there's other programs. If you are honorable veteran, then you got into some trouble later on after you got out, you can still seek for assistance. How that is, I am not sure yet, but I will definitely try to get with you on it. Okay, other public housing authorities criteria. A veteran meets those guidelines will be issued a housing voucher that receives additional assistance from the HUD-VASH case manager in finding housing within a reasonable distance from the Veterans Affairs Medical Center. Dig what I said about a minute ago? They don't want you to be more than an hour out from there. Okay, so they will try to get you into a housing that's close to a medical center where you can either have a bus pass that will get you there, or some veteran facilities you can arrange for buses to come pick you up. Check with that at your VA medical center, okay? And it's a lot of stuff I'm telling you, and a lot of stuff that you probably need to be doing, but that's okay though. Get it done. Okay, a reasonable distance is usually means 1 hour travel time from the VA medical center, Veterans Medical Center, but they may be vary from state to state. And this is why I say with that number that I gave you at the beginning, here we go, you can find out what it is in your state. okay? Because I'm only giving you from my objective from where I live, okay? Okay, let's see. Once the housing infection found, management will. Okay, yeah. So this is the deal. Okay, so once the housing is found, the VASH HUD case manager will inspect to make sure it is in good condition. Okay, the landlord is willing to enter into a lease agreement. Then the veteran will sign onto his behalf. The veteran will move into the apartment. So this is important too. Is yes. Before you move into any apartment or any housing, the case manager will have to come in and inspect it. Okay, whether it's maintainable for you, it's clean enough for you. One of the things that I got over with this is when I first got into this program, I moved into a brand new building. Unfortunately, the pandemic was going down. So in case the pandemic goes down, they have the case manager will waive the fact of coming and looking at your place. They won't worry about that. Then knowing that it's brand new, then okay. But then there's certain criteria that they will have to, like I said, it depends on state to state. Okay, so I'm only giving you from the Seattle Black veterans in King County. Okay, so this will go from state to state. So I want you guys. Okay, so let me see. This is where I got this from. Okay, so I want you to know I'm not hiding anything from you. Hold on, am I doing this wrong? Yeah, let me add this on here. Okay, this is where I got this from. Okay, I want you guys to know this. This is where I want you, Google this or whatever, and it's going to bring you down, and they're going to talk about the VA. So as I was reading to you, and I apologize because I didn't have you up on board with me. Okay, so this is the number, and as I was reading to you all this stuff, so we went down, obtaining housing, meeting the criterias. And if you know somebody's a veteran and they're homeless and not a sex offender, get them onto this. They will love you more than anything else. Housing found case manager will inspect to ensure. Okay, so this is where I was saying too is that if you look up here, I'm moving this thing around. I hope you can see this. Is this large enough for you guys? Can you see this? Oh, get out of here. Blind guy, his wife, and their life. Oh, man, I love you guys to death. I got to get back on. You guys check out their show, Blind Guy, His Wife, and Their Life. Please, 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 for the little 2 or 3 people I got it, please check out their channel. They are some beautiful people and love them to death. Thank you so much for blessing me with your presence here. Yeah, your boy Seattle Black Veteran still struggles streaming, but that's okay. Okay. Once the house is found, the case manager will inspect it. The landlord will be willing to enter into a lease. More than likely, since you're a veteran, the landlord will enter into a lease. The veteran will sign on the behalf. So now understand this. The voucher will tell you how much that you can, where you can move into. Okay, the veteran continues the HUD-VASH case management, okay, with the VA Medical Center, okay, so the Veterans Administration Medical Center to retain eligibility for the housing. So since I'm already, I stay with my doctors. I've been with my VA doctors for, 30, 40 years, I think. Whenever I got out of the military, I've been with them, and that was back in 87. So, so all the way till this day, those guys have been my guys. I have a good doctor, Dr. Senton Sada. Shout out to you. Dr. Wong, Susan, shout out to you. All the medical people over at the VA people, the dental, shout out to you. Okay, so I want you guys to go look at that. That's one of the things I want to pull up for you. Let me see here. I know I got some other. These 2 people here are actually living in Washington State, and they discuss what it is to deal with, how to deal with the HUD-VASH, and they only discuss it from this perspective here up in Washington State. And like I say, from state to state, it may vary. Okay, so be very cognizant of that, and that's why I want you to go in and get this number here. Come on, Dave, get it right here. To get this number so you can get them squared away. So if all else failed, just remember this number for anybody who you know is a veteran and about the homeless, especially if they have children. If they have children, they're going to be a very much priority to get squared away, okay? If we did this here, let me see. So let me go back over here, and I want to make sure that we cover any questions that anybody have. Okay, so what is a VASH HUD receipt? Reset. Let's see. Let's go down here. Through the HUD-VASH program, eligibility homeless veterans receive housing as from the local public housing authorities. And like I said, whenever you're going homeless or you feel like you're going homeless, you can call that number or go down to your local housing authorities and talk to them about getting you a HUD-VASH voucher so you can go and live and get your life back to where you want it. We all go through things. How long does it take for rental assistance to be approved? I think it's 1 to 4 days. Well, no, geez, Louise, complete application necessary to support documents within 30 to 45 days. The applicant is additional information as documents. Okay, 2 months. And so this is the thing too. I don't know how it works in other states, but when I was falling on my backside here, yeah, I don't even think this is large enough for you guys. I apologize. Let me make this larger. When I was falling on my backside here, it took, geez, man. You can go to your work source and tell them that, you're going through some financial problems and you're about to be homeless. Can they spot you some money before that happens? And most likely they will set you up with somebody who can. It'd probably be a one offer, where they offer it one time, and but that's okay as long as it lasts. If it can get you past a month or 2 months. Okay. Who is Vash? Let's get it. Good Lord, I have to shrink this page down again. This is terrible. Who is Vash? Okay, Vash is a stamp. No. We got to watch this too, though, because I went down this list here, so be careful. How does Vash define homelessness? Let's see. Homelessness is an individual or the following: an individual or family without a full-time or what's so good. Lord, I can't take this no more. I apologize, guys, because every time I enlarge it, I don't know why I'm losing it. There's a nightmare residence. Okay, so basically, they define homeless is you're 14 days about to go on the streets, or you're already in the streets. That's how they define homeless. Okay, so just know that and know how to help people who are homeless. All right, boys and girls, guys, I love you guys so much, and I thank you, man. Blind Guy, his wife. I am coming over to your channel and check you out. And brother, I have nothing but love for you, sir. Geez, man, I tell you, I go back in my comments and I read, and you guys throw down some good comments. If I missed anything, boys and girls, please let me know so I can make sure I do actually hopefully get back to you on it. The Seattle Black veteran, like I say, I'm not ashamed to admit that I was homeless because of my medical injuries that I received while I was in the military. Caused me to be homeless, caused me to lose a lot. Please believe me, it caused me to lose a lot. But the thing was, it taught me how to fight. It taught me how to fight and be stronger. It taught me how to fight and not let the situation take charge of me. It left me to take charge of the situation. And I had to tell you, so honestly, this happened maybe, geez, man, Patty, how long was it, about 4 or 5 years ago or something jack like that? It's moving on time. But what it did was taught me to be strong, and it started teaching me who was who's my friends and who is not my friends. Because boys and girls, what's just so amazing and what's kind of sad is that yeah, I know, baby. Oh, thank you. So I had to turn the thing down. When I got broken off a chunk of change, I had people hanging on me like fleas on a dog. But then when all my stuff started going south, the only person that called me was my girl Patty, who's on here. The only person. And so that's a sad thing, but it's actually a good thing. Because when you come back up, it teaches you really who's who in the world. So when people are in front of your grill and you're spending money, see how they are when you're not spending money. See how they are to help you when you need help. All right. And so it's not to be bitter, because I'm not bitter at all. Kind of like I'm happy, because if I ever come across a windfall of $150,000 again, I know who not to be hanging around with. I know that. But I will tell you this, though. Regardless of how many subscribers I have on here, you guys who are with me right now, Blind Guy, his wife, then their life, car man, hands down, Peter Investor, all you guys, Michelle, Denise, I gotta give a serious shout out. So I'm gonna do probably another thing tomorrow, and I want you guys, if you have a channel, please come up, and I want you to come up and shout it out. I'm just gonna label this one on Veterans Respect to my subscribers, and I want you guys to come up and just tell people about your page. And I want you just to be elated and happy with life, okay? The Seattle Black Veteran's not giving you all this so you can be sad and down and out. He's trying to give you the information so you can be happy in your life and keep it pushing in your life. And if you're just starting off your YouTube channel, I don't care if you got 1 or 2 people. I went a couple guys and they don't even have a page up, but they got 60 subscribers and with no video. So go get your videos up and start pumping it. Oh, big shouts out to the TLA. The TLA, I have to give a lot of shouts out to him and everybody else, because he's the one who said, if you're over 40, you got wisdom and knowledge to depart with people. So let them know this. And so I try to figure out, what the heck am I good at? What can I do? And I'm like, well, I've been struggling. And it's very few people who have been down with me in my corner. And I love you guys. I love you very much. I love you guys because you guys are magnificent. And I want everybody to know about your page. And I want you, to inspire you to get out and do what you need to do to get your page going. But the Seattle Black Veteran, a person asked me yesterday because I mentioned the HUD-VASH voucher. And they weren't really sure about what the HUD-VASH voucher was about. And I said, well, it's about getting veterans into an apartment, getting them off the street, get them into a place where they can, breathe. When you're, you guys, if you ever been out there, and I would tell you one of the most funkiest things that I had with this was where to park my car so I can go to sleep. Because when I'm in a shelter, I couldn't go to sleep. And it was very hard for me to go to sleep because, you got all these people around you. Some good, you don't know where people are rolling and how they're rolling. But when you get into your own spot, and I took everything for granted. When I got into my own spot and I had a stove, refrigerator, all this, I'm like, dude, really? I had to downsize so much. But still got my studio, but I had to downsize so much, and I don't want everybody going through that. So if you see any veterans out there on the street, please give them some love, and just if you can, just print out the number and tell them to call this number to get help getting off the street if they want help getting off the street. But some people, and it's interesting because shelters are like this, and I can understand this with shelters. Especially when the pandemic comes around, you have to deal with, and this is like kind of in an army when you first went into basic training. But the difference is you have people who were set to have a hygiene standard when you're in basic training. And if they didn't, they would be at 86th out of there. In a shelter, you don't have that. You have people living to their own accord. And then you got people doing certain things. And this is one thing I found out was true at a shelter. And everybody know this. Shelters are some of the drug dealers' best places to go. If you're getting a little bit of cash and you got that cash and you're not paying to stay in that shelter, these guys out here trying to score whatever. But see, that's the problem too. Nobody wants to live into that shelter because they cannot go out and have a beer when after that whole day of running around trying to get everything done. You got to go out. You can't have a beer inside the shelter. So you better go have it somewhere else and come in the shelter and chill. All right. And I think everybody's deserving of that or whatever. And then when you move into some of the housing places before they get you on the HUD-VASH program, they will say, hey, some people will turn their eyes to it and say, you can have a beer, just don't get stupid. Or you get stupid, we're going to have to throw you out of here. Okay. So getting into your own place is always a must. Getting to where you need to live and be safe is a must. When you can wake up and know nobody's going to be into your personal belongings or stealing some of your stuff or in your face with some issues, you don't need all that. All right. So just keep pushing and keep going to be better. I went all the way down, coming all the way up. I'm talking to you what I know because this is what I've been through. Okay. So now I don't know everything, but I'm telling you what I know from what I've been through. And I'm going to tell you, if you ever get a HUD-VASH voucher and you're trying to navigate through it, drop me a note, a comment or something. Drop me a comment in one of these, in this stream here. And I will try to help you as much as I can. I'm going to talk with one of these housing authority guys, I think next month sometime. And I got to go to Shoreline because I'm a member of the DAV. I don't represent those guys, but I'm trying to get up there so I can get training from these guys. So I want to make sure I give you guys the best information. I'm giving you hot off the stove. When I first started my webpage, I said, hey, I'm here to help veterans. I'm here to help anything that has to do with veterans. And civilians are the same too, because you deal with veterans or veterans, right? And like I say, check out a lot of these guys' pages, especially Blind Guy, his wife, and their life. They're always doing some beautiful things, and I do have got you guys subbed. I know that for sure. And actually, I'm doing these streams a little earlier. Normally, I would be doing like 9 o'clock, but it's too late on the East Coast, and I don't like to keep you guys up this late. 12 midnight or whatever. But I just want to make sure you guys get the information. All right, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys sincerely. I mean this, and I appreciate all the support that you guys give me. I'm gonna get off of this off of my soapbox here, but I want to give you this information. And once again, let me pop it up before I roll out of here. Come on, let's go. I just want to make sure you get this information before I roll out. And let's see here. Get over here. All right, here we go. And you got the number. So, okay, again, go and check out, let's see, this page. Okay, hopefully it's large enough. Let me ramp it up just one more time here and see if we get to knucklehead. What did I just do? Okay, I don't know what I just did, but oh no, I had it here. Okay, I moved it. All right, this is wild. Okay. But anyway, here we go. All right, so make sure you got that number, and please let them know. And if they have any comments or anything that they want me to address, please let them know. Hit me in the comments. I love you guys. I am the Seattle Black Veteran. I am truly blessed to have you with me. Like I say, I'm not an attorney. I don't work for any attorneys. I do not work for the VA in no capacity. I'm a lifetime member of the DAV, the Department of Veterans Affairs. No, that's wrong. But I'm a lifetime member, but I do not represent those guys. I'm just only telling you from where I come from. All right, I love you guys very much, and I wish you nothing but the best. And may life treat you wonderful. All right, guys and girls, I love you so much. I am the Seattle Black Veteran. I'm out of here.